Need to estimate your duty? Perform a track and trace? Search for a declaration?
Then download the Jamaica Customs mobile app today. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
12 p.m.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Thanks for joining us for CVM News at Noon. It's Friday, October 31. I'm Giovanni Dennis. Of course, this is our special continuing coverage of Tracking Melissa, the aftermath. And we begin with news out of St. Elizabeth. It's a long way to recover for residents in the Lacovia housing scheme in St. Elizabeth. This, as many say they've lost everything and are now unable to get in touch with anyone for help. Our reporter Amoy Harriet visited the community and filed this report.
Over the past day, I've seen several videos on social media of the destruction that happened here in St. Elizabeth, but nothing could prepare me for the scenes that I've seen across the parish since being here from morning. What you're seeing behind me is what used to be a home for a family here in the Lacovia housing scheme in St. Elizabeth. This, scenes like this, all over the housing schemes and all over several communities across the parish. A painful reminder of what happened here a few days ago.
The experience was out of this world. It looked like nothing was going to be left. This Melissa storm is one of a kind. It has no boundary. It dealt with everyone equally. Yes, it is one of the worst situations that could ever occur in Jamaica. Everything came down. So you see the roof here, you know, even the back section right over here right now. I haven't even got to this part as yet. I'm gonna get to this yet.
Wow.
So I'm going stage by stage right about now.
Wow.
It was a big, big, big damage. Magnificent defeat, so to speak. This is going to take a long time to rebuild.
Everything just gone. Everything just gone. You know, so gone, man. You don't know how to manage.
So how are you feeling right now?
Bad. I mean, I was one day, so back up, not nothing, you know, back up, not there is rough, man. Rough. Everything. Setting it to bed and mattress, but there's nothing, and this dresser can't open because the rain, the water soak it, and the one over there can't open. So whatever, and everything is wet. Everything just coming. Try to tell you.
For a lot of the persons, it's not only the financial distress, it's also the mental and emotional distress, because you're not here and your house has been destroyed. You're inside the house, your house is being destroyed. Where do you turn to? What do you do next? The community was blocked off after the storm. We couldn't go to Santa Cruz, we couldn't go to Black River. And persons who own supermarkets in the area, they live out of the area, so those are closed. What do persons do? Where do you get food? Where do you get water? That's a major concern for a lot of us. And how do you get medication if someone gets sick
What are we supposed to do if someone gets injured? We're completely hopeless here. There's no way to get in contact with family members who are on the island and those who are off the island as well. They're only, those who are overseas, they can only watch what they see on camera. So you don't know whether or not your family member is in the hospital or whether or not they're alive. Yeah, I have school on Monday and I don't know who I'm going back. I'm troubled about leaving my family here and going back.
And we're staying in St. Elizabeth as residents taking refuge at the Lacovia Primary and Infant School shelter say they're in dire need of help from the public, as they say they've completely run out of food and water. The facility, which is now home to several elderly residents from the community, is struggling to meet even basic needs as conditions worsen.
In the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, which left sections of the island in devastation, former Member of Parliament for the Santa Cruz area in Northeast St. Elizabeth, Delroy Slowly, has mobilized his team to begin recovery efforts. He was seen on the ground with residents on Wednesday, working to restore a sense of normalcy to the community.
You know, first of all, we just have to give God thanks and praise. We have faced one of the most dangerous hurricanes on this island. And we have to give God thanks for life. A lot of properties have been damaged down here. But the first matter at hand is to clear the main thoroughfare. So my team and I were clearing down here in Santa Cruz. We had a situation, as you can see the operation in the back there, to allow the free flow of the traffic through the town.
He further added the act of kindness and community restoration is not a political front that he is enabling. It is because of the love and passion that he has for the people and his community.
Yeah, the thing about it is that, remember, you know, long before I thought about politics, I used to be involved in community activities. And so this is just me. You know, if I was to stay home, my heart would burn so that my people need help out there, and I'm home comfortable. I took care of my situation because we have all been affected. A lot of water came in on the roof and the window. We mop up, got out, and we're out here to help others.
Omari Wilson reports for CVM News.
And of course, that was the story of former Member of Parliament Delroy Slowly working to help with recovery efforts, and not the story at the shelter in Lacovia. In the meantime, as the recovery efforts continue across several parts of the island in St. Elizabeth, one familiar face is helping to lead the charge. That's former Member of Parliament for North East St. Elizabeth, Delroy Slowly. And of course, that story was the story we just brought to you. And now we'll be going back to that shelter story in Lacovia, where residents are saying, well, the people at the shelter are saying that they are running out of basic needs and supplies. Omoy Harriet visited yesterday.
It's been the longest 48 hours for residents staying at the shelter here at the Lacovia Primary School. There are 16 permanent residents. 7 of them are elderly. There are others who come here to sleep at night.
Right now, we don't even have a good bed to lie. We have to take the bench them on just to get a little ease, so things work out.
So were you here at the shelter while the hurricane was passing, or you were home at the time?
No, right here.
Okay. Talk to me about what you were seeing and what you were hearing.
Man, when I hear the breeze coming, I have to just call upon the Lord to feel merciful. Or one blow that way and another one come back up, and you only hear whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. You know? And I keep the faith and trust in the Lord. And He still spare the life that I could be here standing talk to you.
Past 2 days has been very rough because we have no emergency personnel, no food, no clothing. We basically have to survive off what we were able to grab while on our way here, and we left in a hurry, so that is almost little to nothing. And we have elderly persons here who have no medication and no nurses, no doctors, nobody to look after them or look at them to ensure that they're okay. Everybody's rooftop, everybody would have basically had some amount of loss. So when we look at the situation, we just have to look at it in a sense where we're grateful for life, being alive, because that's the greatest thing. Because we're not the only ones in this situation, it's everybody. We're lucky to be here. Many persons have gotten hurt. Being at home, being here was safer for us at the shelter. So we are safe, we're okay, and we're grateful for that. we have lost communication. Basically, our phones aren't working, so we have lost communication with most of our family members. We only know about those that we are able to see or those around us, and they would have lost their homes.
Help needed at this shelter. The sign posted out front. Shireen McLeod is the shelter manager here.
2 days pass, and persons would have run out of food, water. As you can see, that the windows were not even conducive to even brace the wind and the water that they would have experienced during Hurricane Melissa. So I initiated to do the sign because I really need the assistance. There are no calls going out. We're not receiving it because cell towers are down now. So we don't have any communication to low officials. As I said before, we are out of water for bathing, for drinking. The meals that they're preparing now would possibly be the last that they would have. And we know that help will come, but we don't know how soon help will come.
And going further west over in St. James, one man in Estuary, Montego Bay is being hailed as a hero after risking his own life to save community members from the raging floodwaters brought on by Hurricane Melissa. According to residents of the Estuary Housing Scheme, heavy rains quickly turned the calm streets into dangerous rivers, leaving several people trapped. But for one brave man, standing by and watching was not an option. He told CVM News that in the midst of chaos, all he could think about was saving everyone.
Going across the road, walking, every step, the water come higher and higher. Every step, the water reach right here. And I step back and I said, how am I going to do this? A gentleman crossed the road and his family inside shop said, we a ball for help. The lady next door, the ball for help. And I called me by my name. I said, Ian, help me. I said, oh, I try to come. Taller and taller. But anyway, I say, Father God, I have to go. I say, all right, I go for Chanel. I reached to Chanel and I call Chanel answer me. I took her key as well, opened the grill. She said, door open already. And I tried to open the door as well. It can't open the door like pop off. I say, you have a machete? She said, yes. She gave me the machete and I tried to use it to brace the door. It can't open. You know what I have to do? I have to use the machete and chop out like quarter of the door. The metal door. And bend it. The outside bend it down. The inside part I have to bend it in and get a blanket for her.
And we go now from the west to the east as the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa has left parts of St. Thomas in shambles. Residents are crying out to the relevant authorities for urgent assistance. Giselle Mills reports.
We are appealing to the necessary agencies, Parish Council, NWA, Mines and Geology, the Member of Parliament, and any other relevant agents to come immediately to pay some attention, because I'm telling you, people are going to die, property is going to be damaged if they do not come and remedy the situation immediately. This is just beside the Islington Bridge where there is a double track waiting to happen. If you look above us, there are rocks that have been soaked with water over the past 3 weeks from the effects of Hurricane Melissa. And at this time, all of those rocks are now loosened and is ready to fall. The last tropical storm that came in Beryl, tons of rock fell on the ground and this area was blocked for hours, impeding pedestrians and vehicular traffic. We are asking that Mines and Geology, NWA, the Parish Council and any other relevant authority come now immediately to do an assessment to see what can be done.
A former president of the private sector organization of Jamaica, Keith Duncan, says the private sector is mobilizing an effort to urgently provide the needs in vulnerable communities in the wake of recent devastation from Hurricane Melissa. Mr. Duncan noted that the initiative represents a coordinated push between the public and private sectors.
What is more important that it is a public-private NGO aid agencies, a coordinated, structured approach that is data-driven, that ranks vulnerable communities, that ensures that we're getting to the areas of greatest need, that ensures that there's a delivery mechanism in place to get there in a timely manner, that ensures that where it is a coordinated mechanism that works across ODPEM, who has the responsibility, the legal responsibility to execute, along with the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, along with the private sector group that will come together to ensure that that coordinating mechanism is effective, it is working seamlessly, and it is getting to the beneficiaries who are in great need as we speak.
And more news coming out of that press conference that just ended. Both commercial and relief operations are ongoing at the Norman Manley International Airport, with additional cargo flights carrying much needed supplies expected within the next 24 hours. Transport Minister Darrell Vaz says one of the main challenges now is getting those relief supplies to the most vulnerable communities. He notes that relief and commercial operations are being coordinated through 3 key airports: the Ian Fleming International, Sangster International in Montego Bay, and the Norman Manley International in Kingston.
And finally and thankfully, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, MBJ will open for commercial passengers. What does that do? That allows us to get out all of the persons, the tourists especially, who are here and need to get out, and also more access for commercial and relief supplies. Persons who want to come back in to help and persons who want to go out.
And we now take a break here on CVM News at Noon. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Every day starts with care. Care that's always close. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is where you go for everything you need. From your morning routine to life's biggest moments, Supermed Family of Pharmacies is always by your side. Whether it's prescriptions or household essentials, trust the care that's close to home. Super happy, super healthy, Supermed.
This is Deposit Insurance in a Minute. JDIC insures deposits up to $1.2 million per depositor, per ownership category, per institution.
This includes individual and joint accounts. If you have an individual account, it is insured separately from a joint account that you share with someone else.
So my personal account can get up to $1.2 million, and the joint account where me and my mother have can get up to $1.2 million too?
That is it. JDIC ensures that if you have an account in your name alone and another account with somebody else, your money is protected, giving you financial security and peace of mind.
Nice to know.
Jamaica Deposit Insurance Corporation.
Protecting your deposits,
securing your future.
JDIC, protecting deposits for you and me.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Welcome back to CVM News at Noon, or special Tracking Melissa, the Aftermath edition. And here are some more stories. As Jamaica begins to rebuild after Hurricane Melissa, a different kind of storm is brewing online. Several fake websites are popping up pretending to collect relief donations, but instead they're collecting your money. Andre Jebinson reports.
They look official, their names familiar, but take a closer look. These websites are wolves in Wi-Fi clothing. Designed to mirror legitimate relief platforms, they're popping up like debris, and their goal isn't to rebuild Jamaica, but to rob it.
We have some unscrupulous players, not necessarily within Jamaica, but worldwide, trying to take disadvantage of the situation. The Jamaica Cyber Incident Response Team, Jamaica CERT, is issuing an urgent alert to the public in Jamaica and worldwide regarding the emergence of fraudulent websites attempting to exploit generosity in the wake of Hurricane Melissa.
Technology Minister Dr. Andrew Wheatley says investigators have already flagged several suspicious sites. Some haven't gone live as yet, but developers are busy crafting them to fool the generous and the gullible alike. And it's not just one or two. There is a digital downpour of deception.
Up to last night, we identified 8 such sites. And just now, it has been updated to 28 sites that are attempting to divert contributions, donations from legitimate sources.
Your best defense? Look closely at the URL. The one extra dash, dot, or letter could determine whether hurricane victims or cyber thieves get your money.
We ask that persons who wish to donate to type the address directly. Do not click links in unsolicited emails or social media messages. Look for security indicators. Ensure the site shows https:// and look for a padlock icon. Again, that speaks to the security of the site. We are asking persons to be suspicious of urgent requests. Scammers create artificial urgency to bypass your careful judgment.
Here's the real one. Everything else, consider suspicious.
All of our websites, our official website ends with .gov.jm.com.
Authorities say both local and international donors are being targeted, and efforts are on the way to shut down the fake pages.
The only legitimate government website for Hurricane Melissa relief donations is https://www.supportjamaica.gov.jm. So you'll see that our official website ends with .gov.jm.
And if you still feel compelled to give, maybe take a page from the Cayman Islands. They hand-delivered their relief supplies.
We have brought over an initial round of about $200,000 of key essential supplies. We also have pledged, and I've written a letter signed by myself to your Prime Minister of about $1.2 million of goods that we will have, essential supplies and resources that we will have shipped directly to Jamaica. So just know, on behalf of myself and the government, ministers who are here, Minister J.E. Banks, Minister Nick DaCosta, and the Leader of the Opposition, Cayman stands with Jamaica. Thank you. We'll have a host of other colleagues and friends that will come in the coming days and weeks.
So before you click donate, pause and verify. In this digital storm, one wrong tap could cost you more than you intended to give. Andre Jebinson, CVM News.
Let's go now to Aruba, where we have a live interview with Honorary Consul Don Taylor, the Consulate of Jamaica in Aruba, and we gather that they are making arrangements to send over needed assistance. Honorary Consul Don Taylor, good afternoon and welcome to CVM News. How are you?
We're pretty good. I'm here with a team that we assembled this morning for the relief efforts to Jamaica.
All right, could you just tell us what exactly you're doing?
What we have formed a committee to seek supplies from both the private sector, and I have in front of me a memorandum of understanding in which the government of Aruba intends to support us in whatever efforts on a government-to-government basis in order to show their support. Remember, they have access to resources such as the Netherlands and other countries that are close by, Curacao, etc., and they're willing to support us in any relief efforts.
Yeah, well, Jamaica is certainly thankful for this. It's good news in a time when we are sharing stories of devastation and destruction right across the country. What exactly are you putting together right now to send?
We are putting together a list of goods such as nappies, some basic goods, consumer goods that we think is needed. That's probably not on the official list that was sent out by UDPM. Office of Disaster Preparedness. So we are looking at that. We are also looking at sending water and meeting some of the needs that have been included on that list as well. Bear in mind that in Aruba we have a fairly large Jamaican community, and some of these, most of these people come from the parishes, St. Elizabeth, Clarendon, and those have been significantly affected, especially St. Elizabeth, from pictures I've seen of what is happening.
And in terms of a timeline, when are you expecting to gather what you're gathering to get the help that's needed immediately, for example, to those who actually need it right now? How soon do you think you can get these off?
I think within a couple of weeks, we're working extremely hard on all resources available.
I'm so sorry, Consul Taylor, you dropped out just now your audio, and I think what you're saying is important. Could you just go again with that sentence?
Yes. We're using all resources possible that the state can provide for this effort. As I said, we're signing a memorandum of understanding right now, and we're contacting all the Jamaicans here and in the private sector, and people who are in the private sector who are willing to help, who are affected and who are moved by what they see from the pictures that they've seen from Jamaica. There's a tremendous amount of support here. I've gotten calls from all over the world, but especially all throughout the community about Jamaica, and they are very concerned. And so the Aruban spirit is one of giving and heartfelt sympathy for the people of Jamaica. So we expect that within 2 to 3 weeks, we should get something. We're also working with the Red Cross as well. And so we will coordinate most of our efforts through them as well.
No, we here in Jamaica are certainly grateful to hear that. And I should say to our viewers, for full disclosure, I was a Jamaican in Aruba who's working, somebody who I know someone else through. So we have a mutual contact who got in touch to say that Aruba wants to help. What's the reaction been like in Aruba, not just from the Jamaican community, but also Arubans who are friends of Jamaica?
It has been a tremendous amount of outpouring of support. As I said, the government of Jamaica has responded very positively. I'm here right now with Chris James. He represents the Office of the Prime Minister. And to show the level of extent that the government of Jamaica, of Aruba, paid to this matter. While the storm was going on, he was contacting us to find out how he could help from that instance before the storm even hit Jamaica. As the rest of the population, as Jamaicans have been in this community for quite some time, and they've established deep roots here. And among the people, we have a strong, positive reputation, and they are pouring out their hearts to help us in any way possible. So the reaction within the community has been strong, positive, and supportive of the situation in Jamaica.
Yes, I want to thank you so much once again. We are eternally grateful. That was Honorary Consul Don Taylor, the Consulate of Jamaica in Aruba. They are sharing with us the move from Aruba and Jamaicans in Aruba, as well as Arubans, to assist with Jamaica's recovery efforts. He just mentioned that someone from the Office of the Prime Minister is already there. So, of course, they will and would have been in touch with the government of Jamaica. Let's take another break here on CVM News at Noon. Stay with us. We'll be right back, where we'll have so much more for you in store.
everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Every dream conquered is another dream gained. I land and I fly again like a jet plane. Headed straight in your direction. 'Cause I'm wiser, one step closer. I'm winning 'cause I work so hard. And the music you stop playing, and the people them I say we are my show tonight. Oh, what a feeling! Don't stop dreaming. Keep on believing in the power of the feeling. Whatever you want, take a chance. Song in your heart, step in your dance. You got the spark, don't be the dark, shine your lights on.
Welcome back. We're continuing CVM News at Noon, or special tracking Hurricane Melissa, the Aftermath edition. The Jamaica Public Service JPS has begun the restoration of power in several affected areas. Speaking on CVM's lead story, Media and Public Relations Manager for JPS Audrey Williams said restoration efforts are already underway in several communities impacted by the hurricane to reconnect communities and support the rebuilding process.
We are officially in the damage assessment phase of our recovery/rebuilding efforts. But what this means is that we are not necessarily exclusively doing damage assessment. By and large, we are, which means checking on our power plants, checking on our substations, and the general power delivery system. However, at the same time, while we are doing this, we are also trying to restore customers who are in areas that were not as badly affected. We right now, since the passage of Hurricane Melissa, have put back in 50,000 of our customers. And this, of course, is really just the beginning when you look at the entire map.
And over in Manchester, Member of Parliament Rhoda Moore Crawford says preparation was key before Melissa's arrival, especially after the devastating impacts of Hurricane Beryl. Our reporter Akeem Orit has more in this story.
With Melissa's winds howling across the parish, many residents in central Manchester hunkered down, bracing for the worst. But according to Member of Parliament Rhoda Moore Crawford, disaster response efforts began long before the storm made its much-dreaded landfall.
I would have partnered with the NWA, and we saw to the cleaning of several critical drains along corridors that are usually prone to flooding. And, I'm very happy that moving about today, Keepley, for example, Goodlet Gully, the Carteret Road, Mayday Road, Knockpatrick Main Road, outside of Midway, just to name a few, all of those critical drains that we would have cleaned ahead of the hurricane. By today, the water would have subsided. There is no flooding along those critical corridors.
Now, days after the storm's grand entrance, the aftermath is clear, and Manchester wasn't spared from Melissa's fury.
From the communities that I've gone to, those who have been impacted, they have really been severely impacted. I mean, roofs are totally torn off, damage to furniture. There are quite a number of persons in several of the communities who have to be staying with neighbors or family members because it's total destruction. Also, there is significant damage in some of the communities, especially the farming communities, to livestock and vegetable farms, chickens, goat, you name it.
As the little island of Jamaica enters recovery mode, Crawford says rebuilding central Manchester remains her main focus.
The priority right now is to get assistance to those who have totally lost their homes and for those who are in need of food, basic supply. That's the main priority now.
Reporting for CVM News, I am Akeem Aret.
We return now to an earlier story. The aftermath of Hurricane Melissa has left parts of St. Thomas in shambles. Residents are crying out to the relevant authorities for urgent assistance before matters worsen. Giselle Mills has the details.
Hurricane Melissa has impacted the island severely. She left parts of St. Thomas in shambles. Edwin Marr, former councillor of the Landslide division in St. Thomas, is urgently calling on the relevant authorities for assistance.
We are appealing to the necessary agencies, Parish Council, NWA, Mines and Geology, Member of Parliament, and any other relevant agents to come immediately to pay some attention, because I'm telling you, people are going to die. Property is going to be damaged if they do not come and remedy the situation immediately.
The hole in the bridge serves as a reminder of Melissa's onslaught and poses a possible threat to locals who traverse this route.
The situation behind us as we speak is something that has been building for a number of years, and something that was brought to the attention of all the necessary agencies and authorities for the past 10 to 12 years. We have been grappling with this condition for this long time, where the NWA, Parish Council, Mines and Geology, and all the relevant agencies was informed and was brought to the location where the current disaster exists. And for this to happen at this time, when they were pre-warned, it is something that it is unacceptable to the citizens of the general space. Landway, Ramble, Islington, Norris, and all those areas are now in a situation where they have to be traveling miles additional to reach their point of destination.
Marr further shared concerns about the possibility of falling rocks in the area.
This is just beside the Islington Bridge, where there's a double track waiting to happen. If you look above us, there are rocks that have been soaked with water over the past 3 weeks from the effects of Hurricane Melissa. And at this time, all of those rocks are now loosened and is ready to fall. The last tropical storm that came in buried, tons of rock fell on the ground, and this area was blocked for hours, impeding pedestrians and vehicular traffic. We are asking that Mines and Geology, NWA, the Parish Council, and any other relevant authority come now immediately to do an assessment to see what can be done. Islington Primary School, where a number of children attend the school and have to travel behind under these rocks, which is a threat to them because they are innocent little children going to school unaware of the tragedy above.
Residents have been uniting to spread the word to prevent accidents.
Keep on aside there. Walking out. Hey! Keep on aside there. Where you go? Hey, in that bush. Walking out the bush. Walking at it. Over there, sir.
Giselle Mills reporting for CVM News.
And just as an update to that story, our correspondent in St. Thomas, Hopeton Williams, tells CVM News that someone fell in that hole last night. He was taken to hospital. Of course, the condition or the state of his injuries is unknown at this time. It was said to us that he ignored the yellow tape, the caution tape there for persons not to enter. And just as you were seeing at the end of that report just now, persons making their way under despite the clear signs on the tape not to, and were being told to stop. This person did that late last night and fell. We gather that it was sometime early this morning that persons heard him in that hole screaming for help, and he was assisted to hospital. So just a warning to persons to be very cautious, be mindful of what you're seeing on the road. There are breakaways, holes all over the country in several parts of the island right now arising out of the hurricane. So please observe the caution signs and yellow tapes. In other news, the National Water Commission, NWC, has deployed field teams across the island to respond to the impact of Hurricane Melissa, with a significant focus on the western parishes where systems were hardest hit. Acting Corporate Public Relations Manager at the NWC, Delano Williams, says debris and blocked roadways are posing challenges for crews trying to reach rural communities, delaying full restoration efforts. But the NWC notes that major town centres including Kingston and St. Andrew and St. Catherine are expected to return to a state of normalcy by the weekend as repairs continue.
Our teams can report that for Hanover, except for our logwood system and those that are coming back online over the last 24 hours, we have a total shutdown. So too for Westmoreland, so too for, well, we're about 90% for St. Elizabeth, and St. James also has a significant number of systems that are impacted. Where we are as well in terms of major systems, our facility at the Great River, there is a bridge which the pipeline crosses, and that entire 32-inch pipeline for about 200 feet of pipeline was entirely washed away. So as we speak, there is an emergency response where our contractor is now reinstalling that pipeline in order to facilitate water supply distribution into St. James, sections of Hanover, substantially. We are in fact mobilizing generators to the key sites, Martha Bray, the Logwood system coming east into St. Anne, our Bogue system going all the way out to Portland. Similarly, in the Black River area, Westmoreland area, we're targeting the placement of the generators to ensure the continuity of water supply. As access becomes available, we will move water trucks, water filling stations into those, and our contractors, plus our own fleet at the NWC, has been already mobilized and put on notice so they can get to the sites as quickly as possible.
St. Andrew South Police are seeking the public's assistance in locating Brittany Hall, otherwise called Shadonna or Renee Hall, in connection with the stabbing death of 27-year-old Wayne Robinson of Corville Gardens, Kingston. Reports are that around 3 o'clock Thursday morning, Robinson was stabbed during an incident at his home. He was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Hall, who is 25 years old and unemployed, is known to frequent 21 2nd Street, Trenchtown and Ocho Rios, St. Anne. She's being urged to report immediately to the St. Andrew South Police or the nearest police station. Now, anyone with information that can help locate Brittany Shadonna or Renee Hall is being asked to contact the Hunts Bay Police at 876-923-7111. Let's take that one more time. 876-923-7111. And we now take another break here on CVM's News at Noon. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Has fallen to 3.3%, down from 13.2% in 2016. Our government's continued focus on...
It's time!
Welcome to High School Pitchside. We have another fascinating episode for you.
More matches, more big clashes.
Let's talk about some of the big rivalries coming up this week.
More of your favorite features.
And trust me, you won't fall asleep in this history class.
And of course, we always want to hear from you.
Hear from your alma mater's players and coaches in Team Talk.
You know we can't leave you out. So send us your messages on social media and watch us react on FanView.
And you know we love a good little debate, right, Gio? We've got you covered all season long on High School Pitchside.
High School Pitchside, your ultimate guide to all things schoolboy football, Thursdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV. Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Every dream conquered is another dream game. I land and I fly again like a jet plane. Headed straight in your direction. 'Cause I'm wiser, one step closer. I'm winning 'cause I work so hard. And the music is a play, and the people them I say we are my show tonight. Oh, what a feeling! Don't stop dreaming. Keep on believing in the power of the feeling. Whatever you want, take a chance. Song in your heart, step in your dance. You got a spark, don't fit the dark, shine your lights
Jamaica's unemployment rate has fallen to 3.3%, down from 13.2% in 2016. Our government's continued focus on job
Welcome back to CVM News at Noon, our special Tracking Melissa, the Aftermath edition, as we continue to track the impact of Hurricane Melissa right across the island, as well as the response of the authorities. In West Portland, residents of the Swift River community are counting their losses after Hurricane Melissa. One woman's house was destroyed while another narrowly escaped damage when a landslide triggered by the storm's heavy rains fell behind her home. CVM's Kevin Black revisited.
Well, there is a lot of damage done. Unbelievable.
In West Portland, in the community of Swift River, residents informed us about how widespread the impact of Hurricane Melissa was on their community, adding the impact is noticeable.
Club, blow down, house, lose, roof, and all of that. As you stand right here now, you can look on that roof right there. The whole of the roof gone. Shop, lose things. Farmer, lose a lot of things. As a 56-year-old man, I watch through Gilbert and, I never see nothing like this around here.
Another community member says she's still shaking after a landslide caused by heavy rains from Hurricane Melissa fell just behind her house.
The first I ever experienced something like this. Look behind me, all my house. The whole of Brookway come down behind my house, the anting. Boy, if it did come little more, we'd dead off. But God save we. The only damage me get are the Brookway come down behind the house.
If the rain had stayed another hour or two, Sifra would be no more, because the water dig off the bank and was heading towards Sifra Command.
While the rains have eased, the memories of that terrifying night still linger for many in Swift River. Kevin Black reporting for CVM News.
Residents and business owners in Falmouth, Trelawney have been displaced and left counting their losses after the passage of Hurricane Melissa. Homes and shops were damaged as the hurricane swept through the parish. Carla Ramdeen has the details.
Hurricane Melissa has left a trail of destruction in Falmouth, Trelawney, forcing several residents from their homes and businesses. Among those affected is Rosetta Reed, who lived in the historic Somerville house, which is now roofless because of Hurricane Melissa. Another resident, local hairdresser Jacqueline.
As you can see, the roof, the zinc, all fly, and one of the palm trees fell and dropped in the top of the back of the house, the roof, and so it is sink. And if you come into the yard and look, you can see that the tree is hard to cut.
Another resident, local hairdresser Jacqueline Higgins, who just completed repairs to her salon, was also impacted. Despite the setback, she remains hopeful that she will rebuild.
About 5 years ago, I have a fire, and then I get this piece of land to lease, and then I put up this shop. And then only to come here now and see, gone again. But this can't stop me.
She estimates her losses at over $2 million, made worse by people who vandalized and stole items from the property after the hurricane.
As they gone with most of the things they gone with them. The plumbing and
people stole them?
Yes, take them away. But my son went and get back some of the things, but people come in and just vandalize the place and take out most of the boards and something and gone with them. But only the roof is still there.
CVM News also observed that several public buildings sustained heavy damage, including the Falmouth Courthouse and the Salvation Army facility, both of which lost their roofs. Carla Ramdeen, CVM News.
All right, we go now to some more information coming out of the press conference that was held this morning by the government of Jamaica. Here now is Minister of Local Government Desmond McKenzie speaking about the situation with the road network.
Transportation. Efforts are being made. I just came off the phone with Minister Morgan about allowing free access to many of the major roadways across the country. The travel from Kingston to Lucy and over is accessible via the Class A road following the movements of emergency supplies and personnel. The main southern route from Santa Cruz to Black River has been cleared, and access for vehicular traffic is also available through Allen Bamboo, the main road. It has been reopened to single-lane traffic following a significant effort by the National Works Agency and the Jamaica Defence Force and the other teams to make the road accessible. The minister advised me that efforts are being made as we speak to ensure that we can access Westmoreland going through Black River. And that work is being done because tomorrow we want to take a team into White House in Westmoreland to start to provide some relief supplies. The health sector continues to hold up under the stress. The Noel Holmes Hospital in Hanover has been impacted, and 18 patients were successfully transferred or relocated to Cornwall Regional. And all the efforts under the Ministry of Health is being coordinated to ensure that our health services are standing up. And I want to use the opportunity, Minister Morris Dixon, to commend the medical team, especially those in the parishes that have been severely affected, who have been working around the clock, and to say how grateful we are as a country for their commitment in saving lives and to ensure that our medical services are standing up. The municipal corporations have been doing their fair share of work, and over the last couple of days, community roads, municipal roads, over 500 of those roads have been cleared, and there are free access in many.
And before we go to the break, we want to go to some item of news coming out of Westmoreland. The Savannah Lamar Hospital, our news team, has been in contact with a surgeon at the hospital, Dr. Lincoln Cox, who is lamenting the serious need for supplies. Now, we tried to get him live, but of course, as you can imagine, the signal is choppy, and each time he joins, he is dropping off. But we did get this note from him, this audio on the situation at the Savannah Lamar Hospital.
You know, it's very, very concerning here when we have patients who we don't have any gauze, any sterile gauze, or even the capacity to operate here 4 days after a disaster. I remember in 2010 when there was an earthquake in Haiti, that the JDF was in Haiti the day after the earthquake. And here we are in Jamaica with a natural disaster that we know was coming for days upon days. And yet still the staff, not even the staff here, are able to get water and food as we should. Not to mention our patients who need things like sterile gauze that we run out of this morning, and we can't get it. when we know that there's a disaster committee in Kingston, ODPEM and so on, who knows, we know that Mrs. Bullock, the CAS, who may be retired now, knows about medical emergencies. She was the one who coordinated the medical team to Haiti in 2010. And here we are scrambling and worrying about things like sterile gauze, sterile preparation packs, sterile surgical equipment, blood, and so on. And it is, I don't think we have seen the representation from our administration and our administrative staff or even the National Disaster Preparedness Group. And this is day 4 after the storm that we have this issue down here in South.
And just to say that I'm literally on the phone right now with Dr. Cox. We wanted to join, but he says the internet is so bad every time he tries, it's dropping off. We take our final break here on CVM's News at Noon, our special Tracking Melissa edition. When we come back, we'll have some sports for you.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
It's time.
Welcome to High School Pitchside. We have another fascinating episode for you.
More matches, more big clashes.
Let's talk about some of the big rivalries coming up this week.
More of your favorite features.
And trust me, you won't fall asleep in this history class.
And of course, we always want to hear from you.
Hear from your alma mater's players and coaches in Team Talk.
You know we can't leave you out. So send us your messages on social media and watch us react on FanView.
And you know we love a good little debate, right, Gio? We've got you covered all season long on High School Pitchside.
High School Pitchside, your ultimate guide to all things schoolboy football, Thursdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.